What's up? It's your girl Casey from the Compass Circle, and here we are just a few days after Thanksgiving. It's the holiday season. We have had so many new developments and so many just crazy growth expansions. So we are now in several territories. Virginia, we have Florida, California, and most recently we've extended to Memphis, Tennessee, which is where we are now. So shout out to all the Memphians out there. For those of you who don't know, Memphis is like one of the top transportation cities in the country. So it's only fitting that we set up shop here. So today you guys are just gonna hang out with me. I know you guys see me do like a lot of, fully produced videos, but we kind of on some blog-ish today. First stop is I have to get my makeup done because we'll be doing some promotional things this week. But you guys are just gonna hang with me, see what I do on a daily basis and how I roll. So sit back, stay tuned. Let's go. So Memphis is pretty centrally located. When you look at the United States, like a lot of large companies like FedEx or just really big companies will have locations, spread throughout the United States. So they'll have like a location in Cali, maybe one in Texas, they'll have one in Memphis, one on the East Coast, maybe one in Florida. Because it's all about distribution. They're trying to distribute and get product to all these places throughout the United States. So the average person who's sitting at home, that you order something from China, like you're not thinking about how it gets from China to your doorstep. But there are people like me who get paid to make sure that we get our products. So Memphis, first of all, it's flat. When you're talking about logistics and trucking, truckers typically don't like to go in like mountainy areas. That's very dangerous. So Memphis is very flat. Again, it's centrally located, and there's a workforce here. Everybody want to be a boss, and that's cool, but somebody has to be the cashier, somebody has to be the janitor, somebody has to be the waitress. So there's a living, workforce here, and the cost of living is way down. I have my third home here. I actually just got it, and I also have a home in Florida and Virginia also, but the cost of living here is way cheaper than what it cost me to live in Miami. So, those are just a few reasons, but they're major reasons, and they make a huge difference. So, for those of you who are trying to expand, you're trying to grow your business, you also got to look at what are other large companies doing. Large companies are really getting it. They're looking at things on a whole nother level than how the average person is looking at things. So typically, just like Huntsville, Alabama, Huntsville is another place not too far from here. Flat, you got Google, Facebook, all these large companies are starting to headquarter in these areas. So, it's just something you want to pay attention to, especially if you're growing or you want to grow and expand. You definitely want to be in cities where commerce and transportation are happening. You really can't lose that way. So earlier in the car, on the way coming down here, we were talking about the history of Memphis, and I'm not even from Memphis, but I definitely can feel it. We're in front of the Lorraine Motel, which is where Dr. Martin Luther King was actually an attempted assassination. We know he didn't die here, but this is the Lorraine Motel. It's actually a living museum that you can, go in and see. And a lot of people don't know, he came here for the sanitation strike. And it's just really rich, like the culture, the spirit of black business and black stand up, and we're not gonna take it, is really deeply rooted in Memphis. I mean, you can really come here and do very well. So while we were out and about, I just thought it was important to just share that message with you guys, because we got what we got. And you gonna get this one life, so you gotta make it count. It's the Lorraine Motel. All right, so now we out. We just left the salon. Shout out to my girl Crystal. Get my makeup done. And now, got a couple errands to run. You guys just sit back, put that seatbelt on, and ride with me.
Rolling up some good, pulling up till we get faded. You know how we do it. Everybody take a flex on me. I got the keys to the city. I don't need no limousine. I turn up when I pull up. And tell my booking agent book a show. Running around with the paper bag. Running around with the paper bag. Going crazy spending all this cash. Going crazy spending all this cash. If I spend it, I'ma get it back. Even when I ride around dirty, a nigga don't need a seatbelt. A nigga don't need a seatbelt.
I got the key to the city. I got a hold of Shadiddy. Talk to that bitch in Swahili. Tattoo my name in graffiti. Whack out your hood in graffiti. Come through your hood on the weekly. None of y'all niggas can't see me. None of y'all niggas can't see me.
So I've been doing trucking for 16 years. I can't even recall a time, especially in my, my earlier years, where things were going right. I had all these trucks, I had all these trailers, I had all these drivers. So everything was going, hell was breaking loose every single day. So I talk a lot about, project management. I talk a lot about contracts because I've been this small business owner having to manage, 72 tires and 5 drivers and somebody didn't show up today. Oh, my truck broke down and a part is not in. It's just too much to manage every day. So that's all I know is hardship, until things got a lot easier for me and I had to just pretty much change things and reevaluate the situation and just, restructure my program, which has yielded me a lot more freedom, a lot more money, and a lot less stress. So I didn't look up to nobody and I don't look up to nobody. And it's not no shade, it's just that I'm so busy every day and have been so busy every day focusing on my own situation. So here's the thing, a lot of you guys are failing because you're trying to be the next Gary Vee. You're trying to be the next Jay-Z. That's not gonna work. You have to be the first and only you. So I focus my time and energy on being Casey Cooper of the Compass Circle. And that has worked out pretty well for me. So whatever industry you're in or whatever you're doing, if you're selling, box soap, focus on you and what you're doing because you are uniquely you. And that's gonna be the superpower. It's so funny because a couple of years ago, I was a little apprehensive about even getting online. Like I didn't want to do it. But here we are 3 years later and I can show you on paper millions of dollars I made just off of my phone. And this is a true story. So your marketing is gonna be key. I have a staff of about 10 for my social media, stuff. But we're still doing multi-million dollars on social media. And marketing is the key. You have to have marketing. You have to target your ideal candidate and customer so that they can even be aware of what you're selling. A lot of you guys are just making one post. One post is not gonna get it. You have to, get creative. You have to get the word out and you really have to leverage the power of social media to get the word out and to boost those sales. Trust me, I'm a living example. I was afraid just like you, but I stepped out. And as I stepped out, people met me along the way that helped me get to the next level. And the money's here, you can make it.
Yo, please yeah, bitch, I'm in my bag, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, bag, bitch, I just made a bag, bag of big bag, nigga, I got a real addiction for this cash, nigga, I got a real ambition for this cash, 13 years old with a shoebox stash, I'm always up to something, never sitting on my ass, nigga, this gigs I got my